Thick, hazardous haze covers a large part of Southeast Asia.
The land is on fire, creating this enormous amount of smoke.
Nearly 10 million children are at risk from air pollution from Indonesia's forest fires.
The smog is the direct result of slash-and-burn land clearing in neighboring Indonesia.
This haze is caused by Indonesia. They're burning forests for agricultural activities, and the Malaysian government should pressure them and prevent this from happening.
When I first found out about the haze, it shocked me. Every year since 1957, millions of people in Southeast Asia are shrouded in toxic air as a result of mass producing a product we all use daily. Even though this is a politically sensitive issue, we still wanted to investigate why the government hasn't done anything to stop this. When I arrived in Indonesia, it didn't seem like things were that bad. Not anymore, at least. After meeting Suhada and our Indonesian team, it's clear the problem was far from gone. In this town, the big international corporations aren't the only ones who value palm oil.
Masyarakat di Indonesia itu, khususnya di Riau itu rata-rata mendapatkan penghasilan dari perkebunan sawit. Masyarakat penduduk biasa gitu. Kalau 2 hektar, misalnya mereka punya 2 hektar, bisa untuk menyekolahkan anak-anaknya sampai dengan sarjana gitu.
Suhada took me to meet some local firefighters, and I was curious to know what it's like to fight fires that occur deliberately each year, and who they thought were the main culprits of these fires.
Penyebab kebakaran di Indonesia ini ada 2. Pertama faktor alam, kedua faktor manusia. 1% yang disebabkan oleh alam, berarti tanpa ada campur tangan manusia tiba-tiba apinya nyala sendiri di hutan, ya itu faktor alam. Bisa disebabkan oleh petir misalnya. Dan faktor yang paling dominan adalah faktor manusia. Hampir 99% faktor manusia. Di mana manusia yang menjadi pemicu terjadinya kebakaran. Baik dia sengaja membakar, dikumpulkannya bahan bakar, dibakar, atau dia tidak sengaja membakar. Ini adalah wilayah kerja Manggalangi Daus Pekanbaru. Kita Daus Pekanbaru seperti yang saya sampaikan di awal tadi, kita ada 4 kabupaten wilayah kerja kita. Nah, saya jelaskan dulu. Yang biru-biru ini adalah kawasan perkebunan. Perkebunan kelapa sawit, kalau yang dominan di sini perkebunan. Ya, perusahaan perkebunan. Oke?
All the blue is the palm oil?
Palm oil.
It's shocking that half of the map contains palm oil plantations, but the chief didn't seem to see slash and burn as that much of an issue. He blamed the burning of rubbish from the uneducated as a big cause for the annual fires. But how much can the firefighters really do? To most people, the fire isn't the worst of their problems. Toxic smoke has already been released into the air, and year after year, people are breathing it in. The bigger question is, why would people risk their own health for palm oil?
What can palm oil be used for? Bisa untuk kosmetik, minyak goreng. Kalau mungkin di Eropa itu ada biji bunga matahari atau dari kedelai.
No way. I have no idea. The haze has caused severe respiratory issues in millions of people. Suhada brought us to meet Dr. Inda, who has treated patients affected by the haze firsthand. So, how many patients do you treat with air-related health issues?
70 until 120 patients per day who I treat.
Per day?
Yes, per day.
Wow, is that a common health issue in Riau?
Yeah, in that time there were many people with complaint by respiratory infection. I cannot do anything. So I'm not. I feel so guilty. I mean, guilty because I'm human and I can do anything to the patient, but they always say, help me, help me, help me. But they, yeah, the other people or many people didn't hear them. We just, we, oh, sorry. I really sad because I don't know. I just see my patient, my children patient, and older person. They just asking me, just say me, what's going on, doc? What can I do? What can I do? What should I do? What's going on? Where are you going? What the next? What's the problem? What's going on in this nation? What's going on in Indonesia? So
what do you think?
This is insane. That's what I think. It's like, you can see over on the side there's like a palm oil farm, and then this is where they've been burning down what used to be a whole forest, which is insane. The more time you spend here, the harder it gets to breathe. It feels like I'm like out of breath, and I think it's because the oxygen has been like sucked out of the air because of the carbon that's in the air. It's been raining for the past few days, so everything's cooled down and the fires have pretty much dissipated, but you can still feel the heat rising from the ground. It's like walking on hot coals. And these shoes were not a good choice, I think. On the drive in, we noticed a house just adjacent to the burnt area. So I spoke to Annie, the oldest of 4 girls and the breadwinner of our family. So you used to live next to a big like forest area, but it's recently been burnt down.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah.
Drained.
Yeah.
It was certainly terrifying. We first saw the fire at 15th September. It was at the night. So we knew that there was fire going on like somewhere out there. But we didn't knew that it was this close. So at that time, it was 7 p.m. We heard someone knocking our door and saying that, "Ma'am, there's fire behind your house." And then we were like, "What?" And then we and our neighbors are coming here, and we saw the fire. It was bright red. I remember that I woke up at the morning and feel like I couldn't breathe. And it was the worst feeling ever. I think the smoke already go through inside my rooms and in any part of the house.
So your parents don't want to move from this area? They wouldn't consider moving away?
Well, it has been a thought for my mother. She was like, she couldn't take this kind of fear anymore. I think it's traumatic because she knew that the plants will grow back. The peatland will, maybe sometimes burn again. So she said to me that, what if we sold the house and we move away from here? But then she think that this has been our house since 2005. And we couldn't, this has been our memories.
Yeah, take your time,
Sorry.
It's okay. So this has been your house and this has been your childhood and your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my sister actually born here, so there's no way we could, there's no way that we could move. But it has been certainly a thought. We give it a thought because there's no way we could live like this anymore. I mean, the fire was so terrifying. We stuck here in 10 days with the thick haze. We couldn't breathe. And I think I myself, I was so scared to go to sleep because I think I will never wake up in the morning because the haze. I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. A lot of people are blaming locals for starting the fires, for burning the rubbish, and then the local people are saying that that has nothing to do with it, and it's actually they're not sure who starts the fires, or that it's the farmers who are starting them by slashing and burning. And so there's a lot of, I don't know, tossing the blame to someone else, and no one really wants to take responsibility for it. Who owns the land behind here then?
I did not know that, but I believe that people who own the land here, they live in another city. They don't live around here anymore.
Kita mengetahui bahwa banyak oknum perusahaan yang membuka lahan dengan cara membakar, yang menjadikan masyarakat sebagai korban.
I think the government was failed with this because we always have the air pollution every year.
So in a perfect world, you'd still have palm oil, but there would be safer, environmentally safer ways to actually cultivate the palm oil.
There has to be safer ways to manage the palm oil. I mean, come on, we live in what age now? We have a better technology, better infrastructure. So why not making it better, like sustainably palm oil plantation?
People like to blame the Indonesians for this, but they are the ones who are primarily affected. The government is a touchy subject. They like to keep the burnings hush-hush. There's only so much the government can do. It's a vicious cycle, where the more they regulate palm oil, the more it hinders their economy. 50% of products in supermarkets contain palm oil. When it comes down to it, we demand it, so they supply it. It's crazy because a lot of the people we've been speaking to, they've said that palm oil and these farms are the livelihood of the people here. And this is all they know. And a lot of it is to do with education of the people who are burning it. But also a lot of it is to do with livelihood. Like it's life or death. You need food, you need money. So people have to do what they have to do. But it's sad because what they have to do is ruining the planet.